Well, the USA is sending a bunch of players to Europe. Congratulations, and I'm gonna tell you guys about my little theory that I have that's gonna take one of USA's biggest prospects to one of the biggest teams in Europe, where a former Mexican player shined and probably played his best at around the same age as this guy. I'm not gonna lie, Daryl Dike is a beast, is a monster, is a goal scorer, and I think Manchester United is gonna go for him. Up next, already going, we got two guys. We got Tanner Tasman, Spezia in Italy has came looking for him, and Gianluca Busio too. Two very young players that Spezia is going to hope that they stay in the first division and are able to sell these two guys for big money. And then we have Sam Vines. Royal Mascaran is now going to be having his services on their team, and I don't know why, but we're going to talk about it a little more. So, first of all, I want to congratulate these four players for going to Europe. I wish them the best. I am a Mexico fan, but I got to give props where it belongs. And I know I said four. The reason why I'm saying that Daryl Dike is going to Manchester United is because Herculez Gomez on one of his shows has said that last game against Martinique, Manchester United had some scouts there and they were asking for players. Let's not be dumb here. We know that the only guy that has potential to start and play in Manchester United is Daryl Dike. No one else. Not Acosta, not Leggett, not Zardes, not Turner, not Zimmerman, not Robinson, not Checkmore, but Daryl Dike. Let's hope he goes. And I think he's going to go. Regardless if he doesn't go to Manchester United, he's going to go. He's going to go. And in a matter of 10 days, USA has sent more players than Mexico. Mexico's only sent one, and that's JJ Macias. And he's going to a team that's trying to fight to stay in the first division in Spain. So, congratulations. I think Tanner Tasman is good because I've watched him play before the pre-Olympics, and I watched him play 2 games. And in those 2 games, I asked myself, who is this kid? And he ended up being very young. And then they took him to the pre-Olympics. It's a whole different ball game, playing international soccer, football. I don't know. So I'm going to be honest. That pissed me off. It pissed me off that a kid that couldn't start for a pre-Olympic team that played worse than Costa Rica. Let's face it, USA shouldn't have beat Costa Rica. They lost to Honduras and they lost to Mexico. Got outplayed off the park by these teams. USA defended, and when you're a team that has better players, you're going to have the ball. You're supposed to have the ball. Now it's the team that's not as good as you that's going to defend and hope to beat you in a counterattack. And that's the way USA played the pre-Olympic qualifiers. So now Sam Vines, who also played there, he's going to Europe. Now you got Gianluca Busio that wasn't even called up, is going to Europe. Busio, I've said in my previous videos, I saw him play with the U17 tournament against Mexico in the final. The U17 that a few months later, Mexico took second place and USA got eliminated in the group stage. But that finals game against Mexico, Gianluca Busio and Gio Reyna took over. Completely destroyed Mexico, and they should have won that game against Mexico like 5-0. But they couldn't score. But it's okay. they've gotten better. So congratulations to Tanner Tesman and Gianluca Busio and Sam Vines. I'm a Mexico fan. Let me talk about Mexico real quick. Mexico, this is why we're staying behind. This is why we're not selling players, because you want to sell players. Diego Lainez, and Edson Alvarez, if I'm not mistaken, left. Edson Alvarez, I'm going to say, left for more than $10 million to Ajax. Alright? That's a lot of fucking money for a team, for a player whose nation hasn't even made it past the round of 16. Diego Lainez too. Diego Lainez, I think, left for $13 million. That's a lot of fucking money, man. And I'm pretty sure that Busio, Tanner Tesman left for pennies, and they are going to leave to the hope that these guys are able to keep this team in first division and then be sold for $20 million, where their clubs will receive maybe 8 to 10 million or more. Sorry, guys. And then I'm going to tell you guys about Santiago Munoz, USA player. I mean, USA born player. Plays for Mexico. Plays for Santo Laguna. And he's trying to leave to Europe. So his club, what they want to do is extend his contract. And when you extend a contract in Mexico, they're going to give you a lot of money. More money than what you're going to get in Europe. Not just that. There's a clause, you know. And that goes up. And that clause might be 10 million, 15 million for a player that's not worth that much. The only players that can go for that much money are the Brazilians and the Argentines. Now you're starting to see that, you know, with everything so globalized and teams are able to look at stats, and we all know soccer. Soccer scores are from 0 to 3 goals, 1 to 1, 2 to 2. Even okay, take USA against Martinique. Martinique, it's not a professional team. Martinique is a, you know, I'm sure they got some concrete workers there, some mailmen, some I would say coaches of other things. They got some liquor store, probably cashiers on their team, and the score was only 6-1. Not just them, Trinidad and Tobago too. Those guys probably got some guys that are painters, some guys that are electricians on their team. Teams that don't have players dedicated to soccer only. And they were able to tie Mexico. So, what I'm trying to say is, if you teach some of these guys how to play, if you take them to Europe at a young level, at a young age, they might learn to get better, and they will be better. An example is Raul Jimenez. Raul Jimenez is an athlete, was an athlete. And what I mean by that is he's very tall, very fast. He went to Europe from Club America to Atletico Madrid, where Atletico Madrid didn't start him. He wasn't able to score much. And then he went to Benfica, where he was a bench player again for several years. 2018 comes around, a team that just ascended, Wolverhampton, said, you know what, let's give this guy a chance. Let's give him the chance to be our starter. And what happens? You give Raul Jimenez a starting spot, he becomes one of Europe's best strikers. Not only did Juventus try and go for him, a lot of other teams did. But the problem was that Wolverhampton, since they have money to buy stupid little Portuguese players, 18-year-old forward for $40 million, and then buy Nelson Semedo from Barcelona for $40 million, and then Barcelona buys Sergino Dest for $25 million. They wanted $100 million for Raul Jimenez. No one's going to pay that for a guy that was at that time 28, 29. Yes, so that's that. So yeah, Mexico is staying behind, and we're going to suffer from that. And you already saw that basically a U23 team beat Mexico in the Nations League final. They beat us 3-2. But I'm going to rub it in your butts a little bit, guys. Mexico played better. Mexico against Trinidad and Tobago, Guatemala, Costa Rica, Honduras, USA has received 3 goals, right? People say Mexico's defense is bad. If Tata Martino decides to change on corner kicks, instead of zonal marking, if he decides to change man-to-man marking, maybe we can stop some of those header goals, and I'll be fine with that. Along with that, you take out Ochoa and you put in Talavera, and he's going to get some of those crosses. So, calm down, people. We don't have a bad defense. We just got to find our goals, and guess what? Funes Mori is here to score. Now, Daryl Dike has showed at Barnsley that he can score. Daryl Dike has showed in the Gold Cup that he can score. And he has showed in the MLS that he can score. I'm not like these other guys that say, if you play in Europe, you must be a top 5, Josh Sargent, top 5 forward in CONCACAF. No. When you are good, you are good. What I'm trying to say is, you can play in Liga MX, Gignac. He's a good forward. He showed it at the Club World Cup. Tigres showed that they are one of the best teams in the Americas. And how do we know that? Because MLS buys great players from all around the world, and when they come to play CONCACAF Champions League, they get shut down. Alright? So, when you're good, you're good. And Daryl Dike is good. And unlike other channels that say Josh Sargent should be a starter, and even Daryl Dike has said it. No, Daryl Dike is your best forward, USA, and he might go to Manchester United, and I'm going to say it here. Okay? So, that's that. Daryl Dike is great. I hope he's able to learn to control the ball. Let's hope that he does go to Manchester United, and, go get him, Daryl Dike. We want CONCACAF to grow. I hate the U.S. sports-wise. In soccer, I don't like their fans, man. I'm sorry. The future is bright. I don't like to hear that, Especially when you guys did not make the Olympic qualifiers or the Olympics. But even with that, even with you guys not making the Olympics, you're able to sell more players in Mexico. Can you believe that? Mexico has a very good playing style, but they changed it with Martin, Ochoa, and Romo. And now they're going to suffer, and they have to relearn how to play. Well, that's my video. Congratulations to those 4 Americans going to Europe. Let's hope they do great and wish them the best. Thank you guys, and see you guys later for Mexico's game against El Salvador.